Howard, today's topic is a healthy GI tract, and I thought it would be really wise if we explain where the GI tract begins. When we are eating our food, and hopefully we're chewing it for 20 times, and then swallow it, going into the esophagus, that begins our GI tract.
Absolutely, and a healthy GI tract is the foundation of good health. This is where all disease, I like to say dis-ease because it's an uneasy feeling when diseases start, and it all happens right here in this digestive system. So the GI tract is very important. So the root cause of most people's physical health problems lies in their GI tract. And problems with the digestive tract are the root cause of as much as 50% of people's health issues.
If we don't chew our food and then we swallow it too soon, we can actually cause harm to our esophagus too.
Absolutely. And what's very important in the beginning of all of this is what we're eating. It's very important to eat live foods that have enzymes, because enzymes are the catalyst to help break down the food that we eat, and it also helps for the absorptions for a healthy body. We cannot be eating foods like processed foods and all just because, it's not living to eat, but it's eating to live.
True.
Yes.
I know that the best enzymes come from fresh produce like vegetables and raw vegetables that we eat without cooking them first. And they're prevalent now because we can really get them from everywhere. And so we have blueberries available, we have raspberries available, and strawberries, and all of these are filled with good enzymes that help us process our food better.
Absolutely, and the alive food is what is native to our bodies. You know, you don't see animals out in the wild running around looking for processed food. They know what to eat, and they're healthy, and even when they're sick, they know where to go get live foods. They know what tree or what leaf is going to heal them. And same thing with us. God made everything with seeds and herbs and all for the healing. So we have to eat. Food should be our medicine. Medicine should be our food. That's Hippocrates said that, and I live by that.
Well, we have too much sugar in our foods. We can talk a little bit about sugar because that really affects our GI tract. It affects our stomach. We keep children from eating too much candy. They naturally want that sweetness, but there's a lot more natural sweetness than processed sweet cereals, for instance, and added all these sugars to it to make it attractive for children. It's really not a good, healthy way for them to eat.
Synthetic processed sugar was part of what messes up, along with processed food, that messes up the GI tract. To begin with, it causes receptors on the cells that actually your body produces insulin. It causes that to get sticky, that man-made sugar or processed sugar, high fructose corn syrup, those kind of things, where the body cannot get the sugar in balance. It's a recipe to set up for type 2 diabetes, which is on the rise. It is on the rise in our children and on up. And so we'll talk about that later, some issues of the GI tract later on in the series. But today we're just laying a foundation to talk about that a healthy GI tract is the foundation of good health.
That's really, really important information. I hope that everybody thinks about the way they chew up their food, what they're putting in their mouth, hopefully predominantly fresh fruits and vegetables, things that are not processed. Okay, that completes our first talk of the GI tract. And for any of you who would have some questions or even suggestions on what you might want to talk about, you can call the Healing Corner at 240-695-6677. And I'll repeat the number, 202-695-6677. Send us a Gmail at hwwvteam@gmail.com with any suggestions you might have, or just call us.